What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I consider myself an advocate, and a video game was just canceled. And I think this video game would have been really, really fun to play, and it was canceled, in my opinion, for a stupid reason. Now, um, what is this game? Well, it was an Assassin's Creed game. It was supposed to be the next Assassin's Creed RPG, I think. And this game was supposed to take place either during the Civil War or after this, like right after the Civil War. And you were supposed to be playing as a assassin who was a slave, and you were supposed to, well, one of the factions that you would take out in this game that was just canceled was the clan. I'm just gonna say clan because I don't know what YouTube's rule is about the full word, but clan, right? And the reason this was canceled, I feel, is because Ubisoft got a bunch of backlash for what they did with uh, Assassin's Creed Shadows, having Yasuke as a playable character. Now, you guys know, I I think every creative person, if you're making a movie, if you're making a video game, if you're making uh, a music, you should be able to create how you want to create, right? Um, and I think it was stupid. I think the Assassin's Creed Shadows backlash was stupid, to be honest with you, because, bruh, if you don't want to play the game, then don't buy the game. You don't have to say anything. Guys, there's multiple games this year that I am not buying. You do not see me go on here and say, because I made video games a pillar of this channel. You do not see me go on here and say, oh, this game sucks because this. Bruh, if I don't like a game or a game doesn't look interesting to me, I'm not gonna buy it. But you know what? You know what I'm also not gonna do? I'm not gonna bash it because I know that you guys or somebody else that stumbles across this video will uh, could like that game, right? Gaming, video games is a very, very, very diverse market. There's plenty of different video games to play, and I think the reason this was canceled was because of this Assassin's Creed game that was supposed to be set right after the Civil War was canceled, was because of the climate of the racial climate right now. Personally, I think I think that was stupid, right? And I don't blame Ubisoft for it because, bruh, like if you go to some of their um like like the hate they got for making Yasuke the samurai lead of Assassin's Creed Shadows was stupid. All racism, in my opinion, is stupid, right? People are people, right? If personally, if you don't see that, you're not a person to me. Like, people are judged based off their character, not on how they look, not on who they love, not based off how they look, not based off how they love, not based off of who they love. They're judged based off character, right? Now, for me, I actually think a Assassin's Creed game set in the Civil War would actually be cool. Now, it would be very sad and depressing, and it would make people that play this game or would have played this game like look at the history of the world and stuff like that. But can you imagine like the weaponry we could have gotten in this game? Like this would have been the most modern day set Assassin's Creed. Like it would still be in a time period, but it would be the most modern day Assassin's Creed that we would have gotten, right? Because you would have like firearms and all that stuff. And for me, as I've said before, like advocacy is a part of this um, this channel. Like mainly, I advocate for issues involving people with disabilities because I'm a uh, person with 3 disabilities. But I needed to get this off my chest, guys. Right? If you like, bruh, my thing is, if you are if Ubisoft is scared to do certain time periods because of the climate of the world right now, that is worrying to me, right? That's worrying, right? Like stories in media should push and should and the other reason why I think a game set in the like right after the Civil War would be cool is you guys know how many historical periods I've learned about because I've played Assassin's Creed since I was 7. Shout out to my parents for letting me do that. Like, yes, I wanted the Japan game. The Japan game was good, right? In my opinion. Ghost of Yote is better, but Shadows for what it is good. Um, right? Um, if, um, but let's talk about it. So, when they set the Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, that was a really cool setting, and Adewale is a really great character, and they showed, um, they showed they showed a place in media that isn't. They showed a place in their game that isn't really shown. Like how much is Haiti focused on in media besides the bad parts, right? It's but as Ubisoft also showed the good parts of Haiti in that game, right? Um, okay, let's go further back. They set a game in Istanbul, right. The first Assassin's Creed game was set in Istanbul, right? How often is that area of history covered in video games? Not very often. They set they set uh a a, a game in um uh like colonial times, George Washington and all that stuff, where you play as a Mohawk assassin. That's how I learned about the American. That's how I started to learn about the American Revolution, right? That game right there, but it had a different perspective, right? Because you were playing as a Mohawk assassin, right? So this game, like that was canceled. I personally think it was stupid that it was canceled, in my personal opinion. And then, but I understand why though, because the world right now is filled with um back like look how much backlash they got for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Even me, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. You guys know on both of my channels, I let you I always say this in all my videos. I respect your opinion if you respect mine. One thing that I do not tolerate on both of my channels is racism. If you leave a racist comment, you will get blocked. Right? I'm saying that for this video, for every other video that I've done in the past, and for any other video I do in the future. If you leave a racist comment or a rude comment bashing somebody, you will get blocked on this channel, right? Or on both of my channels, right? And um, luckily for me, and thank you God, I have a great community here, and I have a great community on my country channel. But yeah, like for me, this game, like I don't know why I'm so amped up about this, but I think every creative, like music wise, video games, movies, television, you should be able to create what you want. Now, I'm not saying for a fact, guys, and I want to make this clear. I'm not saying if we would have got this Assassin's Creed game set in the Civil War, that it would have been good. I'm just saying you should have let Ubisoft create it and see what happens. Right? Right? They shouldn't be scared to do a game like this when how often has the Civil War been covered in video games, right? Or that period right after the Civil War been covered in video games? Not very often, right? How and how many people play Assassin's Creed games? A lot of people, right? A lot of people, in my opinion. So, for me, and I like when Ubisoft takes risks like that because it introduces new eras of or new time periods to people that that that's their way that they learned history. Like for example, like I started to learn about the American Revolution because of Assassin's Creed 3. I started to learn about the Renaissance in Italy because of the Ezio trilogy of Assassin's Creed games, right? I started to learn about like the real pirate history, right? Because like when you play Assassin's Creed 4, that's based off of real, like it's not it's based off of real pirate history, right? There's a fictional character, Edward, but you have Blackbeard in there. You have like the British in there. You have a lot of people in there, right? And um for me like a game being canceled just because of the climate of the world right now, just because people can't handle a different view, um, bec- uh, because of uh, because of because of a world right now. That's stupid. Like Ubisoft should have finished making this game. Again, I understand why they didn't. Because they got a shit ton of backlash for Assassin's Creed Shadows for no reason, right? And yeah, guys, I try not to get so angry with these advocacy videos, but this is a topic that I do get angry about. When you like, and you guys know my rule, right? Like when I play a game, when I review anything, a movie, a video game, an album, right? I don't hold back, or when I advocate for something, I don't hold back. I give you guys my full opinion. I give you guys my criticism. I give you guys my strengths of the thing, um, and I give you guys the weaknesses too, right? I don't like. I'm not saying this game, Assassin's Creed game set in the Civil War, would be a good game. I'm just saying you should have gave Ubisoft a chance to make it and stuff like that. And yeah, and speaking of like a game set in the Civil War for Assassin's Creed would be really fun to play. Cause look at all the guns and the weaponry you would gain access to, right? Like for me, like the most important thing here is why I did this video. I think it's stupid that they canceled this game because of the racial climate of the world right now. And yeah, I just had to get this off my chest. And yeah, thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you have a great day. And yeah, thank you so much for all your support. God bless you guys, and I hope you have a great day.